Alright guys, welcome back to TBS. Today we're going to talk about the transfer of Dani Olmo. It is finally confirmed. So what we're going to do is rate this signing using the football banter space system. It is based on 4 different sections: tactical analysis, football analysis, balancing, and the special factor that this signing would bring. So let's get right into it. So in terms of tactical fit, he's a number 10. Don't listen to anyone else that says he can play left wing, he can play right wing, he can play false nine. Stop that BS. Versatility is the most overrated feature in modern football. Be good at one position, and that is your value. Usually, players that are versatile, they're never as good as the player that is a master of his certain position. Olmo is an average left winger. He's a trash right winger. He's an okay false nine, and he's a good number 10. So in terms of tactical, yes, he does work with Flick's 4-2-3-1, which is probably what he's going to play. He does press well. He can shoot from outside the box. He's tricky. He can create. So in terms of tactical fit, I don't see many issues. Now, is he actually a tactical profile that is needed? Absolutely not. Barcelona has about 6 to 7 players that can play the number 10 position. If you're going to sign a player for that much money, you sign him for a position that you actually need. Barcelona has no left winger, natural left winger, which would elevate this team so much. We know now that Nico Williams is not going to be happening, so this team is extremely limited in terms of ceiling. He doesn't solve the CDM position either. Again, he's a number 10. He's not going to help back in defense. So if you don't have a CDM, this adds to the problems. Pedri can play there. We've seen it. He can do a good job there. Fermin can play there. He has more goals this season than Dani Olmo has in the last 3 seasons. Gundogan can play there. We've seen it with Man City. He can come up clutch in these big moments in that attacking space. Gavi can play there, no problem. We've seen him in the 2 help Lewandowski out in terms of pressing. We've seen him be important in terms of the final third with passes, with goals. We've seen he can do it 100%. Rafinha, he can play there. We've seen it last season with Xavi. He played very well as a winger who came inside a lot and played inside as a number 10 more. Lamine Yamal, listen, he's not going to play there, but again, he's another option that could, if need be. You also have Pablo Torre, who knows what's going to happen with him. He has a very good preseason. You have the Fernandez cousins, Tony Fernandez and Gil Fernandez, who are coming up. They're 16, who can also play there soon. They're going to need the spot too. This signing, in terms of tactical fit, doesn't make much sense to me. He was completely unnecessary. So
I'm going to give it a 5 out of 25.
He works under Flick, but he's not necessarily a tactical necessity for this team. Now, in terms of footballing ability, a lot of people have said this recently. Almost a good player, but he's just not what we need. I'm going to go and make a big call here. I don't think Olmo is that good of a player as people make it out to be. He can do a couple turns. I've seen him do some nasty flicks. I've seen him do some crazy passes. Okay, he can produce moments of brilliance, but in the same way that João Felix can. He's not consistent in terms of numbers. Is he better footballing-wise than Pedri? I don't think so. No, he's not. Is he better than Fermin? Maybe, probably, yes. But he's also older. So in terms of footballing ability, again, some people might say you're wrong, you don't know ball. I've watched him a lot. Listen, I have watched him a lot. This Euros is his best tournament by far. I'm going to make a big call here. I'm going to say he's overrated. I'm sorry. In terms of footballing ability, I never have him as one of the best number 10s in the world. Performing in a international tournament is very different than performing in a 50, 60 game season for your club. It's extremely different. Anyone can have a good form for a team for about a month or so. Can you do that for the whole season? Considering his injury record, I don't think he can. I'm going to say in terms of footballing ability, he's a 15 out of 25. Now, moving on to balancing the books. This is all about the price. Now, we all know this, okay? Nobody that understands Barcelona's finances and is a Barcelona fan would say that this guy is worth 60 million. Not only that, but Deco. This guy, I might make a whole video on Deco. I'm sorry. Let me know if you want a full video on just Deco. I think this guy is faking being a sporting director, but somehow he managed to find a way to potentially pay even more than the 60 million release clause for Dani Olmo. I don't know how that's possible. Nobody's here paying 60 million for Dani Olmo. Why did Deco think he wanted to be different? I don't. He's not worth 60 million. I'll be honest, maximum price for him, even after the Euros, 40 million. 40 million. That's it. He's too injury prone. He has had niggling shoulder injuries, knee injuries. Like, these are huge problems for him. He has not stayed fit a single season. And he's supposed to be in his prime right now. I don't understand the price. Like, I'm sorry, nobody else is paying this amount for him. Like, I just don't understand it. If a team needs a number 10, I can kind of get it. But for a team like Barcelona, especially for Barcelona, because of their current tactical profiles, he's a player that should not have cost more than 20 to 30. So in terms of balancing the books, this is a complete flop. This is a player that going to 100%. I'm putting this on video. You can call back to this if it doesn't happen. 1 billion%, this guy is worth 20 to 30 million in about 3 to 4 years. 1 billion%. He is the type of player that if he doesn't have a good season, if his injuries continue, he's devalued immediately. There's no marketing around him to keep his value up. He's also getting older again. Like, I don't understand it. In terms of balance of books, this is a 5 out of 25. Again, he completely fails this section as well. Last but not least is the special factor. We're going to talk about extra stuff that goes into the signing. The first thing I can think of is La Masia. He understands the way of playing. He's also good friends with probably Pedri, Lamine Yamal, etc., all the Spanish players. So I can see him having good chemistry with the other players, right? I think he's a good hard worker. I think he presses very well. Again, that works for Flick. When he comes in, I don't think he's going to create many problems. It's not going to be a dressing room issue at all. But it ends there. It pretty much ends there. Marketing wise, this is one of the most auraless players I've seen in my life. I don't know how you can hold a medal, an MVP medal like that, and still have zero aura. It's incredible. Like, it's actually incredible. Like look at him and tell me that this guy's gonna lead Barca to a Champions League trophy. Just tell me that. He won't. I'll tell you right now, he will not. And you say this is dumb stuff, this doesn't matter. It does matter. There's a pretty privilege that goes into marketing as a factor. Olmo has no marketing, and what this means is that if he has a bad season, again, his value will drop, his confidence will drop, and the level that he plays at will drop. It's a signing that can very easily turn out like a Ferran Torres. So in terms of marketing, I can't give him any points there. He's not going to sell a lot of shirts. Nobody's going to be buying Olmo's shirt, okay? Okay, maybe it's a few, but like not many. In addition to that, in terms of La Masia, he did have interviews in the past where he said that he wouldn't reject a Real Madrid move. So much for being for La Masia, because he left when he's a kid to go to Croatia. And now he's coming back after we paying 60 million for him, and he's denying a first team spot to Fermin. So much for being for La Masia, Olmo. So in terms of special factor, I'll give him a 10 just because he probably has chemistry with the team. Other than that, he fails the rest. He brings nothing else to this team. And that is it, man. That is the football banter space system. Olmo does end up with a 35 out of 100 rating. This is a pure F. Okay, there's no other way about it. Let me know what you all thought about my rating of him. This signing, according to this system, Barcelona should have steered away from Olmo. But again, he's a player now, so let me know your thoughts. Let me know if I'm underrating him, if I'm hating too much. I just don't think he's the right signing for a team like Barcelona currently. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what other player you want me to do. Peace out.